Yeah. So today we will discuss one shloka from 6th Adhyay, the true yoga, and the shloka verse number is 10th. Free from the hopes engendered by desire and untouched by any craving for possession, the waves of feeling in his heart controlled by yoga concentration, the yogi retiring alone to a quiet place should try to unite his little self with the supreme self. It's a very simple verse that way, yeah. But I found that there are two components in this one shlok. First part is free from the hopes engendered by desires and untouched by the any craving of for possession. The waves of feeling in his heart controlled by yoga concentration. This is the one part. And the second part goes like that. After that, what should yogi do? The yogi, retiring alone to a quiet place, should try to unite his little self with the Supreme Self. So, what he should do, and afterwards, what he should do. Both the things Krishna has told. And this week, I was reading one blog by our Ananda Sangha's spiritual director, co-director, Swami Deviji, and it was very nice to understand how it pertains to this shloka. And when she was discussing that blog in that blog she was telling that they both of them, Jyotishji and she, they were addressing one question and answer session on the online question answer session in that Ananda village. And she said that one question was very pertinent. And the question was how we should prepare ourselves for the future which seems so uncertain. So that question, and she said, okay, that is everyone's question here. For future, everyone is worried and everyone is thoughtful what my future will be. And really speaking, if this question will be asked to any corporate person or something, they will get list of solutions. And here she gave only two. And that was very surprising and very encouraging for me. It's so easy. Really speaking, spiritual life or path makes your life very easy. Otherwise, the outside it is very complicated. And but here what she was telling, because I want to read her words, I don't want to add my own to that. And so she said that she was addressing this to virtual community. Swami Kriyananda gave a series of talks which he entitled Building Spiritual Power Against Troubled Times. This is one of the answers to the question preparing for the future. Okay, and then she goes ahead and she tells that our only real security comes by building spiritual power through deepening our devotion and faith in God, the basis for an inward knowing that His protection is always with us. The power is not ours for the mere asking, however, but needs to be developed by deep, regular meditation and increased attunement to the Guru. As our awareness of God's presence in our life deepens, our trust in His protection and guidance increases as well, and day by day, year by year, and we become firm in that thought that He is with me. And once that thought is developed and once that thought is there, really we start experiencing it. Then she goes ahead, she gives some examples, and then the second answer she gives, there is also a second way to prepare for an uncertain future. Simplify your life. So it is just everyday meditation and simplify your life. There she goes like that. The more we can free ourselves from the burden of too many possessions, the easier it is to release the thought that security comes from things. Then we can move forward easily into whatever the future may bring. That means it brings a confidence in ourselves that my needs are taken care of, because that is nature's law. Your needs should be taken care of. And nature never fails in that if we are very humble and trying to understand how it works. Because nature is protecting animals, birds, these trees, without their demanding anything. That is nature's law, to protect everything in the universe, because it is he himself has become the universe. So he will not, it won't happen that he won't protect himself. So it is just like that. Till the time we think that we are separate from him, the thought of protection, the uncertainty comes. But when once we realize that we are he, and then he has to take care of himself. How he can deny himself or he can betray himself? It's not possible. And so once that thought comes, so there are only two simple solutions to this. And so everyday's meditation brings a very deep confidence. Sometimes in some situation, maybe it moves here and there for a while, but again you come to the point, no, I am protected by something till the time I am right in my thought, right in my actions. Even sometimes we do mistakes also, then also he protects, because we are his children, if though we are away from him, and he protects us. So these two things, once we understand that he is always with us and simplifying our lives, and but that simplifying our lives, where there she goes ahead and she says, sometime in their life they had to travel 14 times in 13 years. And she said that time it was really hard for us to how to move the things from one place to another continuously. And so they came to one conclusion that we will decide which things are needed, and the remaining things we will discard. And eventually that became their habit. So that is for outward possessions, and we have to do that. Every now and then keep an eye on the things which we have and see whether we need it or not. Because many times it happens that for 3-4 years the thing is lying like that, we don't use it, and if we ask ourselves, we know that next 3-4 years we won't need it, but still they are in our house. So if we don't need them, we can make a space by giving it to the needy person and simplifying our life that way, outwardly and inwardly also, in thoughts, in our behavior, in our meditations. If we are sincere and make it simple, then everything starts working, falling in place. And even in the master, in his life, it is not that he never enjoyed anything. Once he went with his foremost disciple Rajarshi Jankananda, he went to one of the big shops, and Rajarshi wanted him to have one coat, and master was just going through the coats, and he touched one coat and he saw the price tag. It was very big amount. So slowly he left the coat, and Rajarshi saw it. He said, no, you have to buy it. And with that matching hat also he bought for him. So master used it for a while. Then he said, being a monk, I felt little bit awkward wearing that high-fi coat and going out with that hat. And I prayed to Divine Mother, it's enough. I don't need it anymore. And take it away. And next time when he was going for one going into hotel, he came to know that today this coat will go. And so he removed all the things in the pocket, and he put that empty that coat on the hanger outside the hotel, wherever they used to keep, and put his hat on the shelf. When he came out, he was sure the coat was not there, but hat was still there. He said, Divine Mother, you didn't take that. And that is how the attachment means. It is not that we should not have it. In that case, one thought when Swami Kriyananda ji put that, I liked it very much, because if you feel that something you want to have it, use it, or sometimes what happens, once you buy it, your desire goes away. Till the time you don't buy it, you want it. I want it. And once you buy it, your desire goes away. And that time you can offer it to someone else who wants it, who needs it. So that thought is, instead of not buying it, this thought is good, that buy it, use it for a while, and give it to someone. That person also will enjoy that your choice. And that is how we should, really speaking, behave. And sometime other time, he had gone into a mall. That time mall must be a new thing. With his monks, he went to one mall and he was appreciating everything. And monks thought, he also got engaged in all these outward things. And master was enjoying everything. But the moment he came out, he was absolutely non-attached. He was engrossed with the next things. And the disciples were just worried, and they asked, what about that? You were too much enjoying that mall, hotel, means whatever that was there. And he said, yes, I enjoyed it, but for now, I have given that responsibility to the management to handle it. And now, whenever I'll again come, I will enjoy it for a while. So that should be the thought, that whenever we are anywhere, enjoy it. And once you are out from there, offer that to someone to handle it. Go ahead with your things. Because till the time you don't leave the old thing, you won't get the new thing. You cannot handle both the things. And so you should be ready to give up old things and go ahead and give it to someone and go ahead. You will get some other opportunities, different things, handle them. And that is how the life should be, without attachment. And then in my reading, I was just trying to understand the life of Yogi Ramaya, because master appreciated him a lot. He said in 1935-36, when he was in India, he went to the southern part of India and he met Yogi Ramaya. He said, looking at him in his company, he was real India. That's what I felt. And if I would have been with him for half an hour more, it would have been very hard for me to leave India. And that was the magnetic power he had. And Swami Kriyananda ji also said the same thing, because he was with him again for 4 days. So it is such a fortune to be with such a yogi who is totally liberated. And his story I was reading, because he is a yogi appreciated by master. I said, let's see what was his life. And some time ago, I was reading that. And then I read that he was very rich landlord from the southern part of India. And till the age of 18, he enjoyed everything, all merriments with his friends. And life was just fun. Nothing else. But at the age of 18, something happened and his consciousness totally changed. And he gave up all that friendships, friends and everything. And he turned to spirituality. He started loving Sri Ram, and that became his deity. Then, after some time, he decided that if I want to find Ram, what Valmiki did, he went into tapasya in the forest. So I should do that. And so he left his home and he started for the forest. But before going there, he thought that I will meet my guru, take his blessings and go. When he went to his guru, he said, where are you going? And did you take permission from your family? He said, no. Then he said, no, go back and stay in your village itself, in your property. And in that forest, there are a lot of troubles. You will not enjoy your meditations. Go back. Following his guru's order, you can say, he went back. Then in his property, he built small ashram. And then there, he named it as Ram Ashram. Yes. And there he meditated. He was He got his all, whatever he wanted in the forest, he got it there. So it is always the balancing. It is renunciation, yes, where he should go. The yogi, what Krishna is telling here, the yogi retiring alone to quiet place should try to unite his little self with the Supreme Self. And before that he said, free from all hopes. So Ramaya was trying to leave everything, his property, everything, and go away from it. But then his guru said, it's not necessary to go away from your property, just become non-attached to it. You can be there and then you can be non-attached also. So that is really hard. To leave it and go, it's, I think, little bit easy maybe, but staying there, enjoying it, but having a total different consciousness while enjoying it, that is very hard and one has to develop. And he could do that. And really speaking, what normally, Master was once asked by one monk, we are in monastery, we are enjoying too many things, don't you feel so? Then Master said, but why do you think that much? Whatever God has given, enjoy it, but with non-attachment. That will be more encouraging and that will be more liberating, because it's not necessary that you should shun everything to find God. Shun the, you can say, attachment to it. And so it goes, see, free from all hopes and desires, untouched by any craving for possessions, the waves of feeling in his heart controlled by yoga concentration. The yogi, retiring alone to a quiet place, should try to unite his little self with the Supreme Self. And then Yogi Ramaya again found his real guru, Raman Maharshi. And there he got his next step in the spirituality. And we too should try to do that with such a... And when I was reading this shloka, before that I had read Swami Devi's blog. I said, she is telling this answer, this for the future, for the present yuga, for present situation. And 5,000 years ago, Krishna told the same thing. How one has to behave, how the yogi has to behave. And so, as Swami Kriyananda has written, truth is eternal. It is one and it is eternal. Maybe its little form changes. That subtlety one has to understand and try to relate these shloka, old shlokas, because truth is one in the present situation. How they are pertinent today also. So making that small steps and trying to understand the small, it is, this shloka, really speaking, it will be unnoticed because it's very common. It doesn't tell you something very specific. There are few shlokas in Bhagavad Gita which are very particularly guiding and something, but this is overall it was. But when I read the blog and when I read this shloka, and I said, there is quite similarity. What she is telling, just be non-attached, simplify your life, and then meditation. And the same thing Krishna said 5,000 years ago to his devotee Arjuna. Yes, trying to understand this, I would like to really, I thought that today if we will have time, I will read one poem which I like very much, from Whispers from Eternity. And I have got few minutes, I will read it. Please close your eyes because the poem goes like that. The name of the poem is Flight. I closed my eyes and saw the skies of dim opalescent infinity spread around me. The grey chariot of the dawn of awakening, decked with lights giving subtle vision, came and took me away. I zoomed through space, bored through the mysterious ether, passed through age-hidden spiral nebulae, and soared nilly-willy on and on, left, right, north, south, above, below. I found no landing, but going into distracting tailspins, I spun through limitlessness. I whirled through eternal banks of light, until bit by bit my chariot melted into that all transmuting flame. My body melted in that purifying fire. My thoughts melted in that consuming blaze, and my feelings all became pure liquid light. We are light. Let's feel that. Just close your eyes for 1 minute. Enjoy the poem within.